Cody Williams opened the scoring with a cutting dunk, and Jrue Holiday answered with a tying layup moments later. Then Brice Sensabaugh's corner three broke the deadlock and staked Utah to an early three-point cushion on the home floor. Donovan Clingan's putback dunk trimmed it to 1, then Toumani Camara's triple flipped the lead entirely. Portland's first advantage fueling a run that saw Jrue Grant's layup stretch the margin to 5 and hand the Blazers full control. Cody Williams' offensive foul gifted Portland possession, and Jrue Holiday buried a three to balloon the lead to 8. Williams atoned moments later with a cutting dunk that narrowed the gap back to 6 and quieted the bleeding. Ace Bailey's errant pass surrendered possession, and Jrue Grant capitalized with a layup to widen Portland's lead to 9. Then Isaiah Collier's turnover completed a disastrous stretch of Jazz giveaways that let the Blazers attack at will. Rayon Rupert's bank shot punctuated a third consecutive Portland basket and ballooned the lead to 11. Kyle Filipowski's floater ended the drought, then Cody Williams' steal off Jrue Grant ignited an urgent Jazz counterpunch with the deficit at 9. Toumani Camara's offensive foul handed Utah the ball, and Brice Sensabaugh drilled a three that crowned consecutive Jazz scores and cut the gap to 5. Jrue Grant's answering triple lifted his quarter total to 7 and rebuilt an 8-point Portland lead. Vince Williams Jr.'s fast break jumper sliced the deficit to 6, but Scoot Henderson's driving layup restored Portland's 8-point edge. Undeterred, Ace Bailey's layup finished a run of 3 unanswered Jazz baskets and brought it within 4. Vince Williams Jr.'s pull-up jumper made it a 2-point game, then Blake Hinson's cutting layup knotted the score and completed Utah's remarkable rally from 11 down. Donovan Clingan's tip-in reclaimed a 2-point Portland edge, but Ace Bailey's three vaulted Utah back in front for the first time since the opening minutes. John Konchar's second chance basket then sealed a 31-28 Jazz advantage heading into the second.
Second quarter, Vit Krejci's driving layup and free throw knotted the score at 31, but Ace Bailey's dunk and Vince Williams Jr.'s fast break slam answered emphatically, Utah reclaiming a 4-point edge with an explosive 2-possession burst to open the period. Donovan Clingan's cutting dunk and Vit Krejci's bank shot erased the deficit entirely, knotting it at 35. Portland then seized a lead on free throws before Brice Sensabaugh's transition 3 leveled things once more at 38 apiece. Isaiah Collier's step-back jumper broke the deadlock and rebuilt a 3-point Utah lead, but Toumani Camara's answering triple tied it for the 4th time in the quarter. Collier then drilled a fadeaway to reclaim the edge and keep Utah in control. Brice Sensabaugh's mid-range jumper extended Utah's run to 2 straight and widened the margin to 4. Jrue Grant's putback trimmed it briefly, but Scoot Henderson's three flipped it to 45-46 and handed Portland the advantage for just the second time. Ace Bailey's pull-up jumper reclaimed the lead immediately, and Brice Sensabaugh's driving layup stretched it to 3. Kyle Filipowski's transition basket then capped a blistering run of 4 straight Jazz scores, the largest cushion of the half at 6. Toumani Camara's putback sparked Portland's response, and Donovan Clingan's dunk narrowed the gap to 3. Jrue Holiday's transition triple then completed a 7 of 8 Portland surge that tied it at 53 with under 3 minutes remaining. Brice Sensabaugh's 3 lifted his quarter total to 12 and restored a 3-point lead, but Jrue Holiday buried an answering triple then knotted yet again. Kyle Filipowski's 3 then snapped the tie and staked Utah to breathing room in the final 90 seconds. Toumani Camara's 3 sliced it to 2, but Kyle Filipowski's tip layup pushed the lead back to 4. Jrue Holiday's driving layup in the closing seconds trimmed it again, leaving Utah clinging to a 63-61 halftime advantage.
Kyle Filipowski's transition layup staked Utah to a 4-point edge out of halftime, but Donovan Clingan's reverse layup knotted it at 65. Jrue Holiday's fadeaway and free throw then flipped the lead, handing Portland a 3-point cushion. Sidy Cissokho's cutting dunk extended a run that had yielded 0 Utah field goals since halftime. Jrue Holiday's step-back 3 lifted his quarter total to 6, then Donovan Clingan's tip-in carried the deficit to double digits at 10. Vit Krejci's transition three stretched the deficit to 13. John Konchar's cutting layup offered a momentary reprieve, but Isaiah Collier's driving layup only brought Utah's paint total to 6 against a relentless Portland offense. Blake Hinson's three trimmed the gap to 11 and sparked a flicker of hope, but Scoot Henderson's driving layup extinguished it immediately. Vit Krejci's second triple of the quarter reached 6 points and widened Portland's lead back to 14. Caleb Love's transition three ballooned Portland's lead to 17. Blake Hinson fired back from deep to match Krejci's 6-point quarter, but Donovan Clingan's putback carried the paint dominance to 10 and restored the blowout cushion. Ace Bailey's putback dunk brought Utah's paint tally to 8, but Caleb Love's three rebuilt the 17-point wall. Bailey's second putback dunk then capped the quarter as Portland held a 101-86 advantage heading into the fourth.
Svi Mykhailiuk's three opened the fourth quarter scoring and trimmed the deficit to 12, but Caleb Love's driving layup restored a 14-point cushion. Mykhailiuk's second triple then brought Utah within 11, the comeback bid officially underway. Caleb Love's three widened the gap to 14, but Cody Williams attacked the rim twice, his driving layup and cutting layup sandwiching a free throw that sliced Portland's advantage to single digits for the first time since the opening quarter. Donovan Clingan's dunk steadied Portland at 11, but Svi Mykhailiuk fired right back with a transition three and a driving layup on consecutive possessions. 11 points already for the sharpshooter, exploiting Portland's perimeter breakdowns. Scoot Henderson's three stretched the margin to 9 and quieted the rally, yet Svi Mykhailiuk's fourth triple of the quarter lifted him to 14 points. Blake Hinson's three then made it consecutive Jazz scores and suddenly a 3-point game. Jerami Grant's driving layup carried Portland's paint tally to 6 and halted Utah's surge, and Sidy Cissokho's three extended the Blazers' cushion to 8. Ace Bailey's layup brought Utah's interior total to 8, but the momentum had shifted. 4 straight Portland scores buried Utah's comeback hopes. Jerami Grant's second basket and Jrue Holiday's driving layup stretched the paint dominance to 10. Then Kyle Filipowski's layup offered only token resistance with the deficit at double digits. Brice Sensabaugh's three narrowed it to 7, but Jrue Holiday's mid-range jumper lifted his quarter total to 4, Portland maintaining command down the stretch. Jerami Grant's three gave him 7 for the quarter, then Toumani Camara's triple widened the gap to 14, 2 dagger threes slamming the door on any lingering Utah hope. Jrue Holiday's jumper and Sidy Cissokho's fast break layup capped a dominant Portland closing stretch that carried the paint total to 12. Brice Sensabaugh's late bucket amounted to mere window dressing as the Blazers sealed the 135-119 victory.